It was dueling visits for the two men who will probably face each other off come November. But in the small town of Eagle Pass, Texas, population 28,000, this is nothing to be part of a political backdrop since they've been dealing with the immigration crisis that's ripping their town apart for years.
They like Trump. Could you believe it?
The excitement of the Trump visit here in Eagle Pass was miles away from a pecan farm that has been all over the news. Heavenly Farms has been anything but heavenly for Magali and Hugo Urbina, who bought the property on the banks of the Rio Grande a few years ago.
Oh, it's our home. The orchard, it's beautiful. The trees are majestic. It's where we're coming to retire.
The Urbinas, who mostly identify themselves as Republicans, never expected thousands of migrants to enter the U.S. illegally through their property. Magali has seen dead migrants and has had to cut children out of the concertina wire.
I've seen so much that I cannot unsee.
And they've also seen the state of Texas take part of their land away, costing them millions of dollars in crops.
The people that do come here from a political standpoint, it's a checkbox, because that's what we've seen to this point. Nothing has really come from this, you know. We've had, for years now, people have been coming here. Nothing, politicians, they can't do anything. It starts with the president.
According to the state representative whose district oversees Eagle Pass to El Paso, this is about putting politics aside and putting the pressure back on Congress.
I think in all of this political theater that's taking place, we're losing sight of the fact that there's local communities that are affected, especially those on the border. We're living this day in and day out.
Morales says all politicians come here for a few hours, leave, and move on to the next event.
So we have to stay here, and my constituents have to live this every day. I think we need to set our priorities straight. We need all eyes on Congress to again make sure that we demand that they take action. They have failed us for over 3 decades now to pass effective immigration reform policies.
It's about right and wrong, and what's happening is not right. It doesn't matter whether you're Republican or Democrat. It's wrong.
In Eagle Pass, Texas, I'm Jami Virgin reporting.
Now, when they say it's wrong, they're talking about how everyone's being treated at the moment, how their property is being approached by illegal immigrants and everything. But if they were being 1,000% honest, because they said that they believe that the president is supposed to be the one that make these changes. We have been teaching people how to grow online. It's been absolutely amazing. We have 3 people who have been able to reach monetization in less than 30 days. Growing YouTube channels, some from 0 people. We have one guy who had 2 subscribers before he started working with me. He started helping him. His views went up 4.8 million%. We're super excited. If anybody ever want to grow on YouTube, you reach out to me with the word coach. Well, from what I know, and I don't know a whole lot about politics. Just in case you watched a bunch of my videos, you should already know that by now. But I think Trump had a hold on this back in his first term. But the way that it was painted as if he only wanted to make the policies he wanted to make because he was some racist, because he didn't like Hispanics. He talked bad about other countries that were trying to come here and everything, and not only Hispanic countries, but they successfully, because in this country it's all about what someone thinks. It's all about how you can paint a picture. And unfortunately, that's where we are right now. It's all about the optics of it all. Like politicians got to come there and do little speeches and point their thumbs and claim that they're going to do this big thing and that big thing, knowing that that's not the case. Biden has been the president for 3.5 years now, and he's done nothing for the border. And we just now received some information about when certain laws were coming to the table to be spoken about in Congress, especially when it comes to immigration. That topic was kicked out of conversation more than 80 something times. So they don't even want to fix this border crisis because someone in some weird, crazy way, they're benefiting off of this confusion. They're benefiting from the deaths of all of these people. You heard when the owner of that property, and I felt for her when she said it. She said you just can't unsee certain things. She had to cut. Just think about this. She had to physically cut kids out of the wires and out of the fences, and some of those people were already passed on. They were already unalived at this point. Now, I have no issue with people looking for a better place to live and people trying to migrate here, because if you go back in our histories, all of us are migrants. All of us come from some other place other than America. We do. Now, whether it was by choice or force, that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? It is here nor there, but not for the sake of this conversation. Let's just talk about the people who went out of their way to take their families or just take themselves and say, America has some openings. We're going over there. I have no problem with people doing it the right way, but I do understand people wanting to put themselves and their families in a better position. And they are willing to die for it. Clearly, they're willing to go to jail for it. They're willing to face all of these other horrendous things that could potentially happen that we know of that I'm not going to bring up right now. But the same way that couple that was talking, they are Americans. They are Americans and they are doing great. You saw all of that land that they bought with all of the beautiful trees and everything. They just now bought that a few years ago. It's not like this immigration thing was new a few years ago. They just thought that their precious land would be untouched. Well, the joke is kind of on them too. They knew what was up and they were only able to afford that land because, come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. So at the end of the day, we have a lot of work to do. But these politicians, they need to stop lying to us. They need to stop lying to voters and they need to start doing something. But I'm trying to tell you, and we don't know what it is yet. Well, some of you do. Some of you have speculations. I've asked before, how does the US government benefit by allowing this to go on the way it's been going on? And you all give me some really great answers, but to me, it's speculation at this point because nobody knows the inner workings. Nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes and who's being paid, whose pockets are being padded for all of these immigrants coming over here in the way that they're coming over here. Like they're trying to increase their citizenship, like they're trying to just hand them out money and whatever they need in order for them to come over. These immigrants are doing commercials on social media now, telling all of their friends and all of their relatives that this is the spot. That if you come over to America, they may claim that the borders is closed, is not. Come on, because I got money. We came over as illegals, but we had a baby while we were here. So now we're Americans. You could do the same thing. They're doing commercials, bro, trying to bring people over here. At the end of the day, we need to do something about this. Again, I'm just a person trying to learn on the fly. And if you're learning with me, thank you so much. Please do me a favor, share this bad boy. Thank you so much for clicking play. And hopefully you liked the video as well. Love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.